how you guys like the switch up. I hope you do, because I'm just trying to switch up the scenery. I've been sitting down for too long. I'm trying standing up again. We're gonna flip flop. We're gonna switch up the scenery a little bit till we get it right. What's up YouTube? Kyron back up in here with another video, and today we have a vintage collective haul. This has been a couple of vintage pieces that I have been accumulating over the past couple of months. I would say I haven't been going as crazy with the vintage as I normally have, just because once you get to a certain point you end up just like feeling like you have it all type of thing. Yet I found some stuff, so we're gonna get into that. Of course, before we do that, make sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. Also follow the boy on Instagram. GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's what you can check out on there. Now we're gonna get straight into the haul. So we're gonna start off with t-shirts, then we're gonna go to collegiate sweaters, which has been something that has been in our vision on Instagram and stuff like that. You guys will definitely know what I'm talking about once I get into it. One of them is pretty sentimental to me. We'll get into that soon. And we'll also get into a pair of vintage Levi's, because of course you guys troll me in the comments all the time. Kyron, you already have so many vintage Levi's. Why are you still buying them? Because I still feel like I don't have the right pair, and we'll get into that once we touch on the pants. But first, t-shirts. This one I touched on in my last video, I believe, or my last styling video rather. It is this boxy t-shirt. Hopefully I could get most of it in the frame like this. But yes, this black boxy t-shirt, and now you guys get to see the actual graphic on it. And funny enough, it is this like Joe's Crab Shack merch tee, and it has some pretty cool cracking on it and stuff. But personally, I don't know if I would wear a Joe's Crab Shack t-shirt, so I personally just flip it inside out, because it does have the perfect boxy tee measurement. It's 25 by 25. I love it. If you guys are interested in stuff like this, I talked about boxy t-shirts in a video not too long ago, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already. I highly recommend. On to the next one. This has definitely been a grail of mine. I have an attachment to the automotive industry, if that's the proper word for it, just because my mom has been in it for so long, and she actually used to work at Land Rover / Range Rover back in her day, so I was always like fascinated by that car. Definitely one of my first like epitomes of luxury that I seen, because I don't know, you know when you have childhood stuff that's just like in front of your eyes all the time, you kind of get attached to that. So I've always been fascinated with Land Rover and Range Rover. Definitely one of my dream cars. And we got this early 2000s Land Rover t-shirt. Just so fire, simple and plain. She no longer works there, but like I said, I'm still fascinated by the car itself. I don't own one, but I have the t-shirt. I'm literally a meme right now, but love the t-shirt. I've been looking for like a hoodie or a crew neck, can't seem to find one, but I landed on this t-shirt. I paid a little bit more than I would like, but I felt like it was a sentimental thing, so I didn't mind chucking up the dollars. If you guys are looking for where I got it, I'll leave all the links in the description of everything that I got that's vintage, because they're from different people. First one was from Old Clothes Are Cool. This one, I forget the guy's name, I'm so sorry, but I'll leave it in the description if I find it. On to the collegiate crew necks. So the first one is from Dwip Dealer. I got this is probably the most recent pickup, I would say. It is this Duke College Arc logo crew neck. It is on a Champion reverse weave, but from way back in the day. It's made in the USA. Hopefully I could get that focus on there. If it wants to focus, I'm gonna like crop in if it doesn't want to work with me. But anyway, love the Arc style logo on this piece right here. And then also it's a classic heather gray, can't really go wrong. The way that these Champion crew necks used to fit is really nice and relaxed, definitely on your 90s vibes if you're into that. And one funny thing about this is that it came with sleeves that were split open, so I had to have one of my family friends sew it up for me. So this has been repaired on both sides, and now it's good as new. You got to give clothes new life, people. It's like released on the collar, but I kind of like that. But on the sleeves, you kind of want your sleeves to be intact, you know what I mean? So we got it back and popping, working. We're gonna go on to the next one. Now this one is pretty sentimental to me because I actually was born at this hospital. If you guys didn't know, I was actually born in Philadelphia. The channel as it rests, I'm in Montreal. I moved to Montreal when I was very young. I have a dual citizenship, if you guys didn't know, so that's like a fun fact about me. I could go both places. I'm choosing to stay here now. Canada, oh Canada, okay? We're rocking with Canada right now because, y'all, it's been a couple of rocky little years for you guys. So I'm sticking on the Canadian side for now. So all that out of the way, Temple University crew neck. Love that I'm able to have like a sentimental clothing vintage piece. I'm gonna wear the hell out of this. So yeah, I was born at Temple University Hospital, which is so cool. Temple University in itself is just like a campus, a university. It says it in the name. Beautiful distressing on this piece right here. Can't really get a good look at it just because my softbox is making it look all perfect, but in reality there's a lot of like fading character in this piece. There's like some distress holes like right here. I don't really have too much burgundy in my closet either, so everything was just like checking a lot of boxes for me. And this is also on a Champion reverse weave made in the USA. Same style, probably from different years, but they both look like they're from the 90s. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Because I'm not the greatest when it comes to dating and stuff. You guys always end up correcting me in the comments anyway. I'm trying to get educated with it, especially with vintage Levi's. There's been a couple of videos that I've been educating myself on when trying to date them and everything like that. And I've also been talking to a lot of vintage sellers to get me more educated on dating certain items, etc. So I get more knowledgeable every day. So let's get into the final piece, which is a pair of Levi's. If you guys don't know, the denim gods are Levi's, okay? You don't really have to go anywhere else. You could go Wrangler, you could do whatever you want. But personally, when it comes to denim, I rather just go vintage because it ends up being so good. Like, you can't really beat vintage pants, especially vintage Levi's. When it comes to denim, they just kill it every single time. And I personally haven't found the perfect light wash blue pair. And you guys have seen me pick up probably over 10 plus pairs of vintage Levi's in my time buying vintage, and rightfully so, because all of them have served different purposes but never been the perfect fitting pair in my personal opinion. I'm still hunting for the right one. Before I get into this pair, I actually found a pair of Redline Levi's. I'll leave them as a little like overlay on the screen, but I actually left them at my tailor, and then our whole province went into a lockdown, and there's curfews and the malls are closed, so I don't even know when I'm gonna get my pants back. Hopefully things do open up back soon because I don't even know what's happening with all of that. But basically my pants have been in captivity for like damn near months on end now. I just want them to be repaired. I sent them in to get repaired, waiting for them to come back. But in the meantime, we have this pair of light blue, well, sandy blue vintage Levi's. Really nice pair. I believe this is a pair of 505s. This has more of like a sandy wash to them, especially throughout the knee, which is really cool. Let me try and find, I believe these are a pair of 505s. Yeah, they're 505s, and I believe they are from 92, it says, and they're made in the USA. So yeah, pair of vintage Levi's from 92. Really sick wash. Not like something that I have, but you guys might be like, oh, of course it's like something you have. Every pair of vintage Levi's you have is literally the same. But I literally have a shoot tomorrow. She said bring a pair of light wash vintage Levi's. You know what I did? I packed 4 because I already have 4. Okay, this is my 5th now, and still none of them are perfect, but all of them hit different in different ways. All right, all of that being said, thank you guys for stopping by the channel. Let me know in the comments below which was your favorite pickup of mine out of the vintage stuff. I personally loved that Temple University crew neck. I feel like it's a perfect sentimental piece, yeah, at the same time very stylish. You can definitely pair a lot of these items in this whole contemporary vintage style that is pretty trendy right now. I personally incorporate little slivers of it into my style. I don't really go full force like head to toe tote bag clone on them, but I definitely do
would take little pieces of it and I definitely seg them in, swerve them in where I can, such as the collegiate style crew necks, and then also vintage Levi's I've been buying into for years now. And yeah, so hopefully if you guys are wanting to look into some more of that, I'll leave the links in the description of some of the people I got my vintage clothing from, so that you guys could go check some online Instagram boutiques and support some smaller businesses, which is always a plus, especially during these hard times. They definitely did it more than anyone else. And yeah, thank you guys for watching once again. Before I get out of here, if you guys didn't already, which you should have, like the video. Sorry for begging, but it helps with the algorithm. Really appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new. Plus, last thing, follow the boy on Instagram. GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's what you can check out on there. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.